Good morning and welcome to the Long Island Matchmaker Show. I'm Lauren Defranco here with Maureen Tara Nelson, Long Island's only executive level certified matchmaker in the business for 20 plus years. Good morning, Maureen.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
So excited again to be at KJOY with you, Lauren.
With you too.
Yay.
Matter of fact, we just celebrated Maureen's 20th anniversary at a party in the Hamptons. It was really beautiful.
So much fun.
Was that in late August or early September? Early September, right?
It was in late August, I thought, but
it feels like yesterday.
I don't know what date today is, so don't ask me.
Well, we're in
that.
October now, so
Okay.
let's talk a little bit about
we're
breast
in
cancer.
October, yes.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Maureen is really big into breast cancer awareness, as am I. Maureen is a breast cancer survivor.
8 years.
And tell us a little bit about your journey with breast cancer.
Well, I started a couple of years after surviving and feeling positive and getting my strength back, because that obviously takes a while. And a lot of people don't know this, but I came back into a situation where an employee had issues I did not know about and wiped out the bank account. So
Ooh.
I came back from my double mastectomy stomach flam surgery. And I had to start my business with zero amount of money in my business bank.
Yikes.
That's very private. I've never shared that before, but, it's okay.
So you're sharing it now.
I'm sharing it now for the first time, just because I am so passionate about October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and how I love helping people and how I know we can help them.
Okay, it's an emotional subject, of course. I mean, having breast cancer and having survived breast cancer and survived so much that you survived as a single mom is a big undertaking and a big achievement. I don't know what else to call it. You've overcome a lot. And we also talk a lot about dating after having breast cancer and feeling good about yourself.
Yes.
Last week, she was showing us her beautiful chest.
I show them all the time, and on Instagram, every single day, we do a motivational post in October to spread love and positivity for all breast cancer survivors or anyone going through their journey. So with the Facebook memories I saw about 4 years ago, I must have shown them, not thinking anything of it because I am, fine.
Right. She's showing me right now. You can't see, but they look fabulous.
Yes, so I love them. So obviously, Facebook took that right off.
Show, but you can't see anything anyway.
Oh shoot! It is being videotaped. We forgot.
Well, we will.
No, that's okay. We can keep it on. We can keep it on.
It's fine. I don't think the video caught that.
It's okay.
Anyway, so you have
proud to show them.
You have a charity that begins the first day of October. Let's get straight to the G-rated part of this.
It is called, the charity is called Finding Love at MTN Matchmaking After Kissing Cancer Goodbye.
I love that line.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of women don't feel ready to get out in the dating field because it's hard. You don't really feel that you're best, and perhaps you've been out of it for a while, and now you're ready to get back in the swing of things. And what do you tell women who have been in similar positions?
Well, that's what I love about this and why I have the charity, because I do work directly with anyone that joins in October, and I give them free dating coaching in the entire month of October, helping them get back into it, because it is scary, but it's not as hard as people think. If you have someone that will be walking you through it every step of the way and who has personally gone through it herself, which is myself.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
I have actually never
Clearly, yes.
I've never asked you this before. But do you remember your first date after having survived or had breast cancer and been ready to date again?
Yes. One of the things that everything happens for a reason, as you know. I say all the time, I got signs from my mom in heaven. the best place where the surgeon that didn't kick me out and said I could look better, it turns out that one of my best friends from high school, who I'm still friends with, was a huge breast cancer advocate for the medical office. So, that in itself was a sign. Now, there is a thing. It's a private thing of people that are going through breast cancer recovery, and when you're ready to date again, they call it something. Now, I'm not going to say what it is because,
it's a secret
language.
It's
a secret language for survivors.
Okay.
It's something that you need to do right away.
Oh, I kind of get the gist of
yes.
this. Yeah.
You got to get it done.
Out there.
Get out there. Get it done. And once you get it done,
it's like riding a bike.
Yep. It's so much easier after that one initial time. So, of course, I followed suit. I took the advice of my high school friend, who I'm still friends with, Linda Frank Marks. She's fabulous.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. I love you to death. So, Linda told me, you got to do this. Something, it's a secret code. You have to do it. Okay. So
I'm glad I asked this question.
Yes, who knew? So I did that, and then the funny thing is, he was horrible in that department. So probably not the best choice. He was just the quickest person that asked. It was the next person that had literally asked me out for a date. I'm like, okay, yep. And I have in my mind everything that's going to happen. I guess he wasn't expecting it. So he turned out to be, now he'll never know who he is, of course, so he was horrible. Sorry.
Anyway,
so mean. But the point
we digress.
but after I told him, just so you know, 2 years ago, I had breast cancer and I had the stomach clamp surgery. There's no implants, but, it is reconstruction. And he had no idea at all.
So that's the takeaway.
That is why I say
if you're worried about
it is not as hard as people think.
It's not the stigma that you think it is.
Absolutely not. It is, and especially when you will have, say, with me giving free dating coaching, working with you with this, I promise it is not going to be hard
and
at all.
Maureen's an excellent dating coach as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Very blessed.
She has a charity every year,
yes.
and she gives dating advice, and people have to email in their stories of recovery and survival. And so if you are a breast cancer survivor,
and
you
ready
should
for love,
email Maureen Tara Nelson.
At Maureen at MTNMatchmaking.com.
And the winner gets?
And November 1st, we select the winner of the best story, and they're going to win our top program, which is $6,000. So they'll win that, as well as any and all of my colleagues that hopefully will follow suit as they do every year and donate their services to this winner.
So you get a bunch of things.
A bunch of things, all for free. And we have a party, and the party's on me. There are many breast cancer charities you pay to go to, and totally fine. It's just I work mine differently, that the person, of course, is going to be invited, and anyone who supports breast cancer in any way, shape, or form is invited, and it's not going to cost them anything. So it's on me.
And also, I want to stress that if you have a story of survival, it's something that will impact people, and it's something that you might want to share, and it's also cathartic to share those stories.
It really is, because I have to tell you, I feel so much more relaxed after that breakdown. I haven't had a good cry in a long time, but I feel fantastic right now.
It sometimes helps have a
It
good cry.
is. Yes.
All right, so we're going to get to some of the questions now.
Yes. And thank you, everyone. I'm so happy that people write in questions, and they're really great questions every week. So thank you.
They are, and we kind of never know how we're going to address them. And Maureen, we never know what Maureen is going to say.
That's the problem.
It's fly by the seat of your pants. All right. Do you have favorite clients?
Yes. The relationship between a matchmaker and a client is a very personal one and a very private one. So I really get to know the person's complete personality.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the screening process, only 1% of people doing online sites pass my screening process.
Mm-hmm. That's why people don't go or shouldn't go online because...
And, oh my gosh, it's so dangerous. You saw, digress, as you always say. Yesterday, we can go back to that news article on NBC that a man who got caught, finally, of murdering so many women on those internet dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
They caught him, and he's getting, the rest of his life in prison, thank God. So, very dangerous.
But you just don't know.
You never know. We do a felony background check. I am either sitting across from them in my Melville office, or I'm interviewing them through FaceTime or Zoom. I see their mannerisms. I see their personality style. And
Maureen vets everyone out for you.
Everyone. And I have no problem disqualifying someone at this point.
I mean, I got to tell you, I've been watching this show called Clickbait, and it makes you think about who you're meeting on the internet because people disguise themselves and they lie about everything. They have alternate lives and alter egos, and
so many people
crazy.
Are married.
By the way, I suggest watching this Clickbait. It's unbelievable. But it will scare you from internet dating.
Yes.
Anyway, so back to the favorite clients.
Yes. So because I'm only dealing with the best of the best people, naturally, I want to be friends with everyone.
Right.
And it just so happens that I do become friends. Now, I don't have time to go hanging around with them, and they know that. And my friends I grew up with from high school, know that too, the time constraints of working around the clock every day. But just on the way here, one of my clients, she called, as we were discussing before, and she was just so nice, and she's trying her best to set up a time where we can hang out together. So we're fitting it in at the party in November for the breast cancer survivor winner. So that way I'll be able to get to see her. So she's a great friend.
You do form better relationships with some clients than others, correct?
Yeah, yes, of course. Because the more similar I am with many of the ladies, then it comes so natural to be friends. And with the guys too. Growing up with 4 older brothers, I love all of my guys. And I truly, again, I love every one of the guys in my program because I could say anything to them. We've discussed this before.
Right. You are brutally honest.
I can say, we've all have the pandemic 15, and they'll say, well, how much weight should I lose? When should I start going to the gym? And they'll literally, and again, I could say, well, you have to lose 30 pounds. Okay, Maureen. Now, with a woman, and again, I love them to death, even if I'm friends with her, I cannot tell her, you need to lose 30 pounds. I can't.
No, it's body shaming.
It is definitely, I have to say the same thing, but with, say, 100 words instead of a sentence with a man. And
well, as women, we all take that very personally.
Of course, yes.
And we always feel like we could lose a few pounds.
Right.
All right. So what are the things that go on behind the scenes?
A million things.
I can't even imagine, but I can.
A million things go on behind the scenes, especially since January when I had the back surgery. That's when I started working till midnight. And now I just can't give it up because with 2,000 clients, everyone loves the extra attention. So I can't now pull back and not do it. So I have everyone staggered into different hours. Denise, my head dating coach.
Who I met. She's lovely.
Yes. She does her dating coaching calls always right next to me so I can chime in from 6 to 9 p.m., and then my brother Brian in Texas is from 9 p.m. to midnight on our iPads
So what are some kind of calls that you get? Do you get 911 calls? I'm dying to meet my soulmate, or do you?
Well, we've
do you get
gotten
all
calls
sorts of
from prison.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
getting out next week. When can I set up my appointment? My mother's going to pay for it. How much is it? I don't care how much it is. My mother saw a commercial. We saw a commercial in prison. We just saw it. I'm joining. I'm getting out next week.
That's an SOS call.
I mean, that you just can't imagine. But that's why I love it so much, because every day is different. All the clients are so unique.
They're not prison inmates. Let's just clarify that.
They're not. I can't.
They're high level.
Everyone is just the best of the best. The screening process, just so people know it. No felony record. Everyone has to be a positive person. I try very hard every single day of my life to be positive, no matter what the situation. And actually, with the breast cancer, going through that 8 years ago, I remember I thought every day when my boys see me, they're going to see me with a smile on my face. So that was my way of making sure I would always be positive. So if anyone is going through that now, just think of something that will make you feel good and do that every single day, which, that will help you.
I find that smiling and daily affirmations do help.
It helps so much. So being positive is part of our screening process. And then being emotionally stable, knowing what you want in life. I hear so many stories about the internet that, a guy's living in the basement of his mom at, 60 years old, and the mother's still supporting him. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the guy. He could be working, so he's just not emotionally stable. And then everyone is financially stable, and everyone is looking for a committed relationship. So that is the screening process. It's really simple. And for our 2,000 clients, it's simple for all of them. And when they hear that only 1% of people from the online sites pass it, then they realize, oh, gosh, thank God. I always thought it was me.
Well, is that true? Only 1% get through?
I only accept 1%. Yep.
Wow.
And
that's a small percentage.
But
99% are trollers on the internet.
Yes.
That you have to watch out for.
If you ask anyone who is a success story from the internet, ask them how many people did you have to go out with to find that person?
And how much time did you waste?
Yeah, well, they'll typically say, I had to go out with 100 guys to find the one great guy. So
right. And we always talk about this. Men typically don't want to spend the money to take a woman out, and women want free drinks and free dinners. And
a lot of men just want sex.
A lot of men just want sex. Yeah. And it's a bunch of people looking for different things, and it doesn't always end up happily ever after.
And it also, no matter how someone meets someone, it takes about 6 months to see if you're compatible.
And so, Maureen cuts through all that, too. Yes. What's your time deal?
What takes 2 years in the outside world will take me 6 months. Only because when you're dating someone on your own, in 6 months, you will notice what that person's true personality is. Mm-hmm. When I say that to people, they'll most of the time say, it actually took me a whole year. But, typically in 6 months.
So that's a quarter of the time.
Right. Here from day one, I only send people someone that is compatible in 3 ways.
Now, what is your favorite part of matchmaking?
Oh, just making the clients happy. And not only will they just reply back yes, but they'll just write such beautiful, happy things that just make me so naturally high every day. Mm-hmm. Today I listened to a voice message of a woman who wants to buy a gift certificate for her daughter, and we made it very affordable for the daughter, and it was for 3 months. 3 months came. She met a lot of great guys. She was compatible to all of them. She took my advice, stay friends with them, but she just didn't have enough chemistry to get married. Mm-hmm. So the mom called today and she wants to buy another one. And when I looked, I'm thinking on my phone, oh my God, this is the longest voice message ever. So as I was driving here for the radio show, I listened to the whole voice message. And I have to tell you, I was in a very long time, I haven't felt this great about what I get to do every day by what the mom was saying and how I made the daughter feel the first 3 months and all of that, and what the mother is actually doing and sacrificing just so she can do it again for another 3 months for her daughter. It's just, I'm so blessed by God with what I get to do. So
right. And you're helping people find love, which is
it's the
most
greatest thing
complicated.
in the world. Yes, yes.
There's no rhyme or reason to it, but there is if you're a
But-
matchmaker.
yes. And if someone wants that, that's what I do. Now, again, you don't have to do that on my website and my social media. I try to do as many tips and free advice with my YouTube videos and my social media that people can find someone on their own. And even with that story that, is so horrific that they finally caught that man, I have a whole list of things that I want to do a YouTube video later today, going over tips for people that maybe can't afford $1,000 and up for my service, but they can use the internet, and by doing the tips that I'm going to be giving, it'll help them be as safe as possible.
Right, because there are red flags to look for.
Yes,
And Maureen,
yes.
being a dating coach
Yep.
and having so much experience, 20 years, she knows what to
In
look
a
for.
second.
She knows the red flags.
And it's just harder for people to see it themselves.
You have the lie detector meter.
Yes. But also, when you're the person and you see the guy, say, you might see the red flag, but you'll convince yourself, oh, but maybe I'm being too picky. I really want to get married. I'm going to give him another chance. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Right.
All these things.
Oh,
no.
but he's so good looking.
Yes. No, you saw a red flag. 3 red flags. The person should be out.
Okay. Is it unusual if people ask you out? And how would you do that? What would you do?
Okay. Yes, I have done that before. And
Well, it must be tempting not to if a really good
yes,
guy comes
yes.
across.
There's been a lot of funny stories of that behind the scenes that sometimes I've said to someone, okay, you cannot pay, so I accept, and if it doesn't work out, we'll be friends, and then I'll take you on. And I'm thinking of this person that, the person I'm thinking of said, no, absolutely not. I want you to know how committed I am. I am paying, and I want you to be my first match and last match. I mean, it was just
Really?
amazing, amazing, amazing.
And how did that work out?
Well, we were certainly compatible, but we didn't have chemistry because sometimes if there's ever one deal breaker, that will obviously take away chemistry because you're not going to feel, romantic with someone when you see something that big of a red flag, but it will also wipe away the compatibility with someone. So in this particular case, the guy was the cheapest blank in the world. I mean,
in the world.
I don't know how he handed me
I would say there's
the
probably a
money.
lot of cheapskates out there, but
He handed me the money for the program to ask me out.
well, that would mean that he's not cheap in a way,
that's
right? It was the old bait and switch.
That is exactly what I thought. But again, sometimes people can do wacky things if they like someone. And so just in that particular case, he turned out to be really the cheapest person that I've personally ever met.
Okay, so that didn't work out.
That did not work out, no. And there's so many other funny stories, but we'll have to save that for another day when we have more time.
Well, we have a lot of funny stories. Who do people call, again, to get in touch with you and to find love?
516-444-2861. And we go right over the screening process over the phone. You see how easy it is. So, if you're on the internet sites and you're thinking, why is this not working? I'm telling you, it's not you. You are the 1%er that you're just, too good.
Maybe you're overqualified.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Because
it's a hard thing to say, because God made us all equal, in God's eyes. But we just have different strengths.
and expectations
Yes.
and limitations.
Yes, all of that. So we really do have the best of the best.
And
I love
also,
my
people who
clients.
are looking for a commitment are
Oh,
going
yes.
to go to a matchmaker as opposed to
Yeah,
be on the internet.
because you'll know from day one, he or she is definitely looking for a committed relationship, or they would never have paid me. Whereas anyone can go on a free site or $30 a month. So that's really huge. Whenever you really want to settle down, get married, maybe even have a child, do not leave it up to chance, because it happens many times that by the time you call me, it gets harder, as we get older. So
Yeah, your resources are limited.
the clock is ticking, as the women will tell me. I mean, of course, I know that, but
Well, I find
they'll
that a
even
lot of
admit
young
it.
women feel pressure, which they shouldn't. But if you do feel pressure, you should definitely call Maureen, because it takes a little bit of that pressure off. I mean,
Oh, yeah, of course.
Right?
Yes, yep.
okay, so maybe you should do seminars. Do you do seminars? Tell
yes,
us about that.
I don't even think I could say the title of the seminar that I just did on the
Okay.
radio. So, but yes, people do hire me to do seminars. And there was a big thing for people, just people, 50 and over.
Oh, right. I was going to ask you about
Yes.
that. How did that go?
Fantastic.
Because people 50 and over have more difficulty probably
Yes.
finding love.
So I did not everyone was single,
No.
of course. It was for people 50 and over. I hosted the Singles Lounge, and then I also did the seminar on something that the title, KJOY won't like the title. It's a little too risque, but it was a really great seminar.
We're the Howard Stern of KJOY.
Yes. Yes.
We're not that risque, believe me.
Okay. So, yes, I do love helping people doing seminars.
Okay. Well, I think we have more time. Okay, so let's get to a few more questions. Ooh. What's the hardest part of matchmaking?
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of things that people don't realize. I have probably the most, and this is not ego, but I probably have one of the biggest vaults of secrets inside of me that my clients tell me and only me.
So they spill it all to you.
And I cannot say what they are, the secrets. So, there are lots of times that I would just love to blast out all of these great, juicy secrets that either celebrities tell me or just my clients in general tell me, because no one else knows it but
It's
me.
in the Maureen vault.
It is in my vault, and it will stay in my vault to the day I die. But that's not even, it is hard, actually. It is, because it would be the coolest thing in the world if I ever did say it.
But let's face
I
it,
would
you're
never.
not page 6.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it was Daily News, right? Last week, the Daily News guy.
Picked you up.
Yes.
And
So,
what did you say?
It was about one of that hot young singer giving dating coaching advice. So, some of my clients and I went to that, and we're hoping that he would give more dating advice. So we do a lot of fun things like that too with my clients. Anytime I do have some free time, I try to keep my clients involved as much as possible. I ask them, follow us on social media, watch the YouTube videos and all that. We are going to be stepping up all of my website is going to have a facelift. When I said that last week, both of my boys at the same time said, "No, you are not getting a facelift, Mom." I'm like, "No, not me. The website." But it was just kind of funny. They assumed that I was getting a facelift.
Just the website. And
Yes.
the website is MTN Matchmaking.
Yep, mtnmatchmaking.com. So enter the contest to win a free membership if you are a breast cancer survivor and you are ready to find love. Email us in your journey. We will select a winner on November 1st, and I will do everything possible to make sure that the winner gets as many free gifts from my colleagues as possible.
It will be like being a princess for
yes,
a day.
Yes. And we're going to have a grand reception in November celebrating that particular person.
And Maureen's going to roll out the red carpet for that person. So
I'm
going to
roll out the pink carpet.
The pink carpet, right, the pink carpet.
By next week, I will have pink highlights in my hair.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Your hair looks beautiful today, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Well, there is yeah, thanks.
So anyway, tell us your most heartfelt story. Tell Maureen your most heartfelt story. And you could win and be queen for, let's say queen for a day.
Okay, yeah.
Princesses, you know, we'd rather be queen than princess, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My mother once gave me this plaque when I was married, and it said, I don't expect anything more than being treated like a queen. And the first time I realized, oh, my ex is narcissistic, he took that thing off the wall and flung it across the room.
Okay, well, on that note.
On that note. But that's what got me into matchmaking. And look, I have the two most beautiful, smart, fabulous children
boys
from that. So I don't regret anything.
And that's how it all started.
This is how it all started. So it's okay. All is good.
And we're going to have a wonderful Sunday. We hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. I'm Lauren Defranco and
Maureen Tara Nelson, MTN Matchmaking, and I'm in Texas with my brother Brian working. So thanks for listening.
Call MTN. Have a great day.
Bye.